You are welcome to Vedic TV, where you get information based on fact.
See the reason why France supported Biafra during Nigeria's civil war. Good day, people. Welcome back to another day on our channel. Today's news is based on history. Yeah, well, looking back to history of the Nigerian civil war and the country that supported the Biafrans during the civil war, which was France. So yeah, we're looking to know the reason why they decided to support the Biafrans other than siding with the Nigerians, you know, and aid them in overcoming the Biafran civil war, these Nigerian civil wars of them. So yeah, let's get into the news and see what their reasons were for their actions. Between 1967 and 1970, Nigeria endured a brutal civil war as the southeastern region of Biafra sought to secede. Among the international players in the conflict, France's controversial support for Biafra has often been misunderstood. Newly declassified memos from the US Central Intelligence Agency (CIA) revealed that France's involvement was less about humanitarian concerns or support for Biafra independence and more about securing access to the region's vast oil reserves. So it was for gain. According to the documents, France's support for Biafra was rooted in the strategic interests tied to oil and the Emergency Response Plan (ERAP). Jean-Marie Bupri, France Secretary General for Africa and Malagasy Affairs at that time, classified this stance in a memo dated February 10, 1969. He stated that French support was limited to a handful of Biafra budgies in return for oil, dismissing the notion that France backed the ideology cause of Biafra independence. As the war progressed and Biafran chances of victory dwindled, French officials began to re-evaluate their involvement. Mauricio Bupri noted that even if Biafra had achieved independence, internal challenges would have persisted. The real Igbo mentality is much farther to the left than that of Biafran leader Ojukwu. He said, emphasizing concern about maintaining control in potentially leftist-dominated states. France's skepticism extended to the possibility of guerrilla resistance. By January 1970, Mauricio Bupri and Michael Debré, France Minister of National Defense, decided to withdraw French-supplied armies and redistribute them to French bases in Douala and Abidjan. The CIA described France's position as a pragmatic and cynical, prioritizing its own interests over any genuine commitment to Biafra independence. While France supported Biafra, it was one of only four nations, including Gabon, Tanzania, and Ivory Coast, that openly did so. The Federal Military Government (FMG) of Nigeria received backing from Britain and Soviet Union. Britain supplied non-sophisticated weapons, while the Soviets provided extensive military equipment, including aircraft and pilot training. Despite these alliances, the Soviet Union remained wary of overcommitting, viewing Nigeria as an opportunity to expand influence at minimal cost. The United States, meanwhile, maintained a neutral stance, imposing an arms embargo on both sides. However, it contributed $30 million to international relief efforts and advocated for a negotiated settlement that would preserve Nigeria's unity while safeguarding the rights of the Igbo people. The war, which claimed over 1 million lives, was marked by severe humanitarian crisis, including widespread starvation in Biafra. The CIA observed that Biafran leaders effectively used the humanitarian catastrophe to gain international sympathy. The Biafran leaders have successfully, if cynically, exploited the issue of starvation to win political sympathy abroad, the agency noted. Despite these efforts, the FMG's military advantage and international support made a Biafran victory increasingly unlikely. The CIA highlighted France's mixed motivations for supporting Biafra. Beyond oil, President Charles de Gaulle viewed the war as an opportunity to weaken British and American influence in Nigeria. By backing Biafra, France aimed to fragment the Anglophone Federation in West Africa, thereby increasing its own leverage in the region. Despite its clandestine arms supply and diplomatic support, France stopped short of officially recognizing Biafra, leaving its ultimate commitment to cause ambiguous. As Biafra faced imminent defeat, its leader, Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, fled to Gabon, not Ivory Coast as previously believed. The CIA revealed that Ojukwu's departure was coordinated with French officials who facilitated his exile to Libreville. There he lived in a private villa and claimed he left Nigeria to prevent further suffering for his people. The Biafran War was not merely a Nigerian conflict, but a theater of international power struggle, shaped by oil politics and Cold War rivalries. France's involvement, driven by strategic economic interests, underscores the complex motivations of foreign powers during the war. While the humanitarian crisis gained global attention, the war ultimately highlighted the cynical calculations of external actors, prioritizing geopolitical and economic gains over the well-being of the people involved. Well, we have heard it that France's reason for siding with Biafra was because of the gain and profit they had to benefit. But with all this said, we have come to the end of our content for the day. Thank you so much for always joining in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and have a blessed day ahead. Bye.